position. When I came to New York, I had the great opportunity to start working for Bronx Community College as a writing tutor. And by the way, here is Miss Jan Robertson. She is the director of the Writing Center who gave me that opportunity. So let's give her a round of applause. I feel honored and thrilled that she gave me this opportunity. We're going to put up the PowerPoint presentation. All right, so upon starting working at Bronx Community College, I started tutoring. Is my voice getting all the way back there? Yes? Yes. Good. I started tutoring, and in the process, I started noticing that some students, when they pronounce certain words, they were not quite well pronounced. And I said, wait a minute, this could lead into a potential mistake. So someone may be listening to you and might not just get what you're saying. But I never told them that because my role was not to teach them pronunciation at that point. It was just to work with them in the writing process, helping them out. Well, I not secretly, I always carry a notebook with me. And in that notebook, I started taking notes. I started writing down certain words. So I created some lists, which I later on put together in terms of sentences, so I could compare and contrast these sounds in the same sentence. So what came up was the following. I said, what is a good way to engage students into improving their pronunciation, doing something that they do almost every day? And then I said, oh, wait a minute, they use smartphones, right? Like texting is just an everyday activity, all right? So let's use their smartphones, and almost on every single smartphone you have a voice recorder, right? If not, you can download it for free, one of the apps, right? I think I should stay still until he gets the picture. I mean, you get the picture, right? Otherwise my English will be like that. Anyways, so here we go. We developed this workshop under the permission of our director. So we taught this workshop. It's a two-hour workshop, and students came in. By the way, these are some of the words that we found that they were having difficulties with. I should tap this into this area, but just to probably highlight that I have a young audience. I started the presentation by asking them, do you think that learning pronunciation is an easy task? How about teaching it? So we decided to show them this video, which is on YouTube. And I believe, well, not that one, that's the commercial.
Zach, that was one of Daddy's good friends.
It was not.
He's a big Hollywood actor now. We got Lawless to come to this ring gun yet. The whole class will follow.
Good. The acting thing must help with the girls, girls and guys.
What with guys?
You were taking a muscle relaxant before. That's how trouble we can.
Well, this commercial didn't give me the option to skip it, so we'll have to watch it.
So you're going to come to the reunion?
The D-Train, rated R.
All right, here we go.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
You would like to buy an hamburger.
Let's break it down. I would hamburger.
Hey there.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
Hey, would like to buy a hamburger.
It's not hamburger, hamburger.
I'm not saying hamburger. I said I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy the hamburger.
Hamburger.
I would like to buy a burger.
Maybe we should stop.
We do not quit. Again.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a burger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a burger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
I would like to buy a burger.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
Of course, you all have seen that movie before, right? And he's my favorite actor. Well, they realized that teaching or learning pronunciation is not an easy task. It requires a lot of dedication, it requires effort, focus, right? So, based on these words, I just had them look at this. By the way, I have a handout which I'll place over there. If anyone wants to pick one at the end of the session, you can get it. Most of these students, by the way, are probably 85% of them were Dominicans, so Spanish speakers. But we also had some students coming from Africa, West Africa, where they speak French, like Sierra Leone, Benin, Togo. So they are French-speaking people learning English and facing these difficulties and trying to navigate college in their learning. Well, I decided to develop this and show them some. Oh, by the way, this is the moment when I give them the opportunity to record the sentences that I developed, which, by the way, are these ones in yellow, if they show in yellow. So as you can see, choose, and then I developed those sentences, trying to have them just record this on their cell phones. And while they did this, they did it individually. By the way, every single student had a smartphone, and all of them had this application so they could record their own voices. So they recorded all these sentences, including these ones. And then later on, we went back, put those cell phones away, and I started teaching them about these particular sounds and how these sounds were produced, and what muscles, how they were actually, what articulators intervened in the production of each one of these sounds. In doing so, we used this website called, it was created by the University of Iowa, which, by the way, this link is on the handout too. It's just learning how to pronounce sounds, but not only by looking at the website. It's an app which you can, for example, if you want to practice this sound, it gives you a side view of how that sound is produced inside your mouth, how everything moves inside, and a front view of this sound. But very interesting about this is that you click here, you hear the sound, you see it produced. But you click here and you have a step-by-step description where you can see what articulators are involved in the production of this sound, whether this sound is voiced or voiceless, depending on the vibration of your vocal vocal cords, and so on and so forth. Let's say, for example, you take this other sound, so you can go individually, taking each one of these sounds. But this not only happens with consonant sounds, you can also have this done with vowel sounds, which we have monophthongs and we also have diphthongs. Not only do you have the side view and the front view, but you also have words, sample words, which normally show this sound at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of the word. Then after we taught that lesson, that was the intervention part of the workshop. First they recorded the way they just knew how to pronounce, right? Then we went over these particular sounds one by one, seeing these sample words, practicing them, and then go into this minimal pairs and practicing them. After we were done with all this, this is the moment when I had them pair up, listen to their own recordings, but now they're having a partner. Most of the time when we do something, even when we write something, we believe everything is all right until some fresh eyes come in and start looking to, oh, wait a minute, no, that comma shouldn't be there, or that word would sound better if you changed it. Well, the same thing happens with pronunciation. When you say something, probably just because you said it, you think it's fine, but when somebody else listens to this, says, oh, wait a minute, no, you didn't say this, you said this. And then you say, oh, wait a minute. So there's this moment of awareness that takes place, which makes them understand that because of this collaboration that there exists, that exists between them, then now they have a chance to improve their pronunciation. And one of the, it's not tragic because it doesn't get to be tragical, but it's very close to it. I would invite you to watch this other short clip, video clip, showing the difference between the sounds s and th, which means think versus think. Let's watch this. By the way, I still have 5 minutes, so we're about.
Das hier ist das Wichtigste, das Wissen ist. Das Überlebensradar.
This is the German Coast Guard.
We're thinking.
What are you thinking about?
And if you didn't get to understand the joke, the music kind of takes you to heaven, just to describe what happened. Anyways, once they have already done this, they have practiced, they go ahead and record again. Now, the second time they do it, hopefully they have had learned what they needed to learn and then be able to, because they are recording this on their own cell phones, they can take them home. They can practice, they can revisit the website when they go home with their handouts. They can do whatever they needed to do. And continue practicing some other sounds that will help them improve their pronunciation. Then at the end of the session of the workshop, we have this formality that we always have them fill out the feedback or the evaluation of the course. And by the way, we went into the pronunciation of past tense endings of regular verbs, but that's just another story. And we gave him some tips. The majority of them, knowing that most of them are Dominicans and the Spanish is their native language, well, be aware of spelling because many words are very similar to English and Spanish, but the pronunciation is totally different. They might sound very similar, but there are significant differences between them. After we developed this workshop, we did it in October. October 23rd was the very first one, the first time we taught it. And up to March 19th, we have done it 4 times. So far, the feedback we get from the audience, from the participants, has been improving from 3.7 the first time to 3.9, 3.8 to 4 the last time. By the way, we only have 4 students. That's the 4th time we taught this workshop, but it's very close to 4. Yeah, and we have students coming in from different areas. As you can see, they come in from nursing, criminal justice, engineering, business administration, ESL, English, CLIP, which is intensive English program. And here are some graphs showing the overall assessment, the quality of the presentation, and the importance of the topic. By the way, the first one was the one on October 23rd. Then the second one is this, which was done in November. This was also in November. And this was the very last one done in March. Thank you very much. Questions? My email address address is right there, and you